I'm Summer.
And I'm Lauren.
And we're here with Wallace Smith, who plays Judas in Godspell.
Yes.
So we have some questions for you. We have some like real questions, and we have some fun questions at the end, okay?
Yeah.
So we'll start out with, you've played Simba on tour and on the Broadway stage.
Yep.
What do you think is the difference between playing on tour and Broadway?
Well, I mean, touring is basically like your schedule is different. It's a lot more stress because you go from, you know, you can go from a warm climate city to like a cold climate city within like a couple of days. It's a lot more physical. It's a lot more draining. Whereas if you're doing something on Broadway, you're in the same place every day, so all your energy just goes to going to work at night. You know what I mean? Whereas if you're on tour, it's adjusting to the hotel room, and adjusting to this theater and the dust, and just a bunch of crazy stuff. So that would be like probably the main or the major differences between the two. Yeah.
Okay, so Wallace,
Sure.
you've been doing Broadway for quite a while now. But when did you realize that this was what you wanted to do?
Honestly, I never really wanted to do Broadway. I just liked to do theater. It really wasn't something that I was like, you know what, one day I'm going to make it to Broadway. It's something that just happened. But it happened from the place of genuine love for the arts and for musical theater. And I just pretty much focused on my love for that. And then it seemed like the more that I just kind of gave into that love for it and worked hard at it, opportunities just started to come. And that's pretty much how it happened. That's honestly that's how it happened. Yeah.
All right, so what advice would you give to someone who is trying to break into business?
Well, for one, I mean, I would say, you know, make sure it's something that you love to do. Make sure it's something that you feel like it makes you happy and that you can bring other people happiness through. Because I think the entertainment industry can be very vain. And I think that it's definitely a place where if you're going to pursue it, you're going to have to ask yourself, how are you going to deal with the rejection and and not getting a part, and when you're having to wait tables or work a part-time job. I mean, because it's your love for it that'll keep you going through all of that stuff. So I would say just make sure it's something that you love. Everything else will fall into place. My opinion.
Yeah. So Godspell, which all can see, it's amazing. With a lot of just amazing moments. What's your favorite part of the show?
Wow.
Or most meaningful to you?
Most meaningful. I mean, there's so many meaningful, cool moments. But I would probably say like the most meaningful moment for me is when I see Jesus up on the cross. And it's meaningful for me because I think it's a moment where the audience gets to see that Judas really didn't want to do what he did. And I think that everybody can relate to that because we've all done something or had something happen to us that we wish hadn't happened. And I think that is one of the most powerful moments in the show, because when you think about Judas, people are always like, oh my God, he's the one that, he's the villain. But in our production, we really show that it's not so much about him being the villain as it's something that he had to do. And so that's one of the best moments for me. That and the water at the beginning.
The water's so cool.
The water's so cool. That's why you need to come see the show.
That and the trampoline.
How did they do that?
Love the trampoline.
Oh, the trampoline? That's fun. That's
so much fun.
Who gets to do that?
I know. It's so much fun. Godspell is just it's like a big fun house. So
yeah.
But that moment is definitely meaningful. Yeah, meaningful.
What is one lesson that Broadway has taught you?
That's a great question. One lesson that Broadway has taught me is that, what is for you is for you. What is meant to happen, it will happen. I think it's taught me that sometimes doors don't open for good reasons, and the ones that do, it's all about timing. So that's probably the biggest thing. because I've had weird stuff happen to me as far as booking jobs and even jobs I didn't book. And just the way, for me, that, you know, it's been more about like how things have happened. Like they happened, but it was the way that they happened. You know, like for instance, when I got American Idiot, Hair had just closed. Well,
that was really.
It was fast.
It was a quick turnaround.
It was fast. Like Hair had just, we got the announcement that Hair was closing, and then the next day I had an audition for American Idiot, and I hadn't even seen American Idiot, and it just went. It just happened.
Yeah.
When I was doing Ragtime closed, and then Hair was having auditions, and it went right into that. So I mean, I went from Ragtime to Hair to
That's
American
really
Idiot.
lucky.
I don't know. Some people are so
I'm just blessed.
Yeah, that's great though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Have you ever had a Broadway blooper?
Like,
A big like whoops on stage.
Let me think for a second. I don't think so. Oh no, yes I have. Opening night for Hair, because I was HUD, so I wore an afro. We were still trying to figure out how to make the afro work on my head. And opening night, some weird way, I mean, I was sweating so much, but the wig started coming off. But the magic of theater, we saved it, but like, it was pretty bad.
You knew it was happening.
Oh
The
yeah,
audience.
I can feel the bobby pins coming up
Yeah.
loose and the tape coming off. And, you know, so that's one. Lion King, my mask came off before. Yeah, it's weird stuff. Yeah. But I would say that's about it.
That's good.
Yeah.
Nothing too terrible.
No.
No falling, no breaking anything.
No. Yeah.
What do you do on your days off?
Chill.
Yeah.
Video games.
Like
Like,
what?
Yeah,
like
you
for
have
instance,
specific video.
yeah, like every year, like I'm really into basketball. So anytime any of the NBA 2K games come out, like I always have it, like have the new one. So usually I'll get up on a Monday, I'll go get my coffee or whatever.
Starbucks,
Dunkin' Donuts.
Okay.
I don't like
respect
Starbucks.
That. Good choice.
I'll get that, and then I'll go home, sit in front of the TV, and
Throw out.
yeah, cause like especially right now, cause we're in previews, we rehearse all day and then we do the show. I haven't had any time, and I just bought a new game, and I have not had time to play it. So my days off are just committed to it.
Yeah.
Committed to it.
Hey, it's good.
Yeah.
You need the chill time,
Yeah.
especially after this.
Totally.
So, about a month ago, I was talking to you on Twitter.
Yeah.
And I told you need to teach me how to speak pirate. So you have to speak pirate for us, and you need to teach me to speak it. Because you do say on your Twitter profile that you speak fluent pirate. So I need to hear this.
Well, you know, in the pirate language, there's really one sound, and it's really just about how you use your inflections. So it's not so much that there are a lot of words in the pirate vocabulary. It's just about, you know, how you brighten or darken the word. So I'll give you an example. So like, you know, if I'm really happy to see somebody, I'll be like, "Arr!" Right? And then like if I'm really mad at somebody, I'll be like, "Arr!"
So you just use R.
Yeah, that's the only
Okay.
thing, but you have to know how to use it. You have to know how to use the R, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I told you. Yeah.
All right. So now whenever I
Now
see
you
you,
all
gotta be
know.
like R.
R.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Good to know.
What's your lesson?
Since we are so close to Halloween,
Yeah.
Wallace, what do you think of Halloween?
Well, for one, I'm probably not going to dress up because I haven't had time to get a costume, but my costume, the person I wanted to be was Captain Crunch.
That'd be awesome. That'd be really cool. That'd be so cool.
I had a really I had this idea I was going to be Captain Crunch, and you know, because one year I was like Dorothy from The Wiz, and sometimes I switch it up on people. I don't think that's going to happen this year. I haven't had time to get my captain hat. Yeah, but I liked your costumes.
Should we tell them what we were? We were Mario and Luigi.
Very nice.
Luigi.
Classic.
Well, thank you so much.
Yeah,
Very
thank you
welcome.
so much.
No, I'm totally glad that I could talk to you guys. So,
Yeah, that's great. Thanks.
very welcome.
Good luck tonight.
Wallace.
Thank you.